In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Good to see you again with new face, and hopefully more people are going to join us soon. So, why do we need religion? What's going to do to us really in today's life, you know? We have all technologies or modern laws. For everything we have a law. We have a regulation. We have science behind everything, even social behaviors, even family relations, marriage, divorce, work, all are contract, all are regulated by laws, accepted by world. So why do we need still religion? Well, let's see how progressive we are in dealing with common problems without religion. See, without religion, how much improvements we made and where we are now. When we look at countries that they are not regulated by religious beliefs. Their laws, their constitutions are not bowing to religion. You know, they say religion separate, politics separate. You can't rule according to religious beliefs. Let's look at those countries. For instance, in America, in the States, which they have done so many researches on common social problems in US. For example, about alcohol, drinking alcohol and medical issues it causes, problems it causes. There are 6 different kinds of cancers related to alcohol. I think in the year 2019 they gave this news, or 2018, after a real scientific research. And between 20 to 30% of deaths is related to alcohol in modern countries, in Russia, in Europe, in some countries even more. And they know this. They give us these, statistics. I have in my actually slides. So 20 to 30% of mortality rate is related to alcohol. 6 different kinds of cancers are associated with alcohol, drinking alcohol. And they know that. Doctors know smoking is not good. Most of them smoke. Not maybe most of them, but some of them smoke. Yet they say don't smoke. But they step out of the office and they started smoking, right? So people who say alcohol is dangerous to our well-being, mental and physical well-being, I mean, nobody can ignore it, okay? Nobody can deny alcohol is harmful. But they enjoy. Listen, we know it's harmful, but we enjoy. So, how can we solve this problem of choosing a harmful thing knowing that this is going to hurt me sooner or later? I'm going to get cancer from this. Smoking, drinking, drugs, whatever. Or at least I'm going to commit other crimes in the society because I lose the being thoughtfulness. I lose my intelligence. I lose my logic when I drink alcohol. You drink 1 cup, so you want to drink more. No guarantee you can stop there. You drink second one, you want to drink more, third one, fourth one, and then you end up killing someone or being aggressive to your family, children, wife, driving over someone. So why? It started from the first cup, right from first cup. So how are we going to solve it? We know it's harmful. but people drink. 14 liters of alcohol being drunk by every person in Europe, in America, in Russia. 14 liters average. That's a lot. That water tank container is about 2 liters. Right? Average 7 of those consumed by normal Western people. And these are mostly Christian countries, by the way.
That's annually?
Annually, yes. Every year. Why 14 liter? Because there are people, they don't drink even a cup. They made average. However, if you look at the maximum, you might really get surprised. They drink more alcohol than water. In some countries, the consumption of alcohol is more than water. If they would measure how much these people drink water, you would be really shocked. They don't drink even water comparing what they drink as their daily drink. I have heard occasions that judges in the court, they were drunk. They couldn't drive, so they send the driver to pick him up and bring to court. And in the court, sleeping. And he's going to judge. At least 2 men or 2 families, their future depend on this man's words. And he's sleeping. He's drunk. So, yet we know it's harmful, but we drink. Most of the people in West, they drink. To your surprise, His Holiness Pope Francis said in year 2016, I believe, explaining the wedding ceremony mentioned in the Gospel of John. John chapter 2, 12 verses 1 to 12, talking about the wedding ceremony in a village called Cana. He says, by the way, this story of turning water to wine in that ceremony was a fake story. Later on they found out this is not in the old manuscripts, older versions of Bible. This was inserted later on by church fathers to the new versions of Bible. It was a fake. Yet Pope Francis quotes this story. He knows this is a fake story, but he quotes to the audience, to public, to people, ordinary people, with great pleasure. He quotes a fake story in his Bible with a great pleasure. At the end he says, imagine you end the wedding ceremony drinking tea instead of wine. That's shameful, he says. He says, imagine ending a wedding ceremony drinking tea instead of wine. It is shameful, he says. This is his words. Now some people use this word from Pope to prove that he is really a Catholic. You get the message? They use that John loved wine. Not John, Pope Francis. He loved wine so much that nobody can say he wasn't a Catholic. So interpreters, church fathers, Pope, they're so attached to drinking wine. And they back their philosophy using a fake story in their book called the story of wedding in Cana, where Jesus turned water to wine. Whole story was fake. Don't they know wine causes 6 different kinds of cancers? Of course they know. Don't they know people drink alcohol, they hurt others? Of course they know. At least they hurt their own spirit, their own body. They know. But why they still drink? Why they still drink? Because They don't have a strict religious thinking in their mind. There is no religious regulations in their mind that this is a sin. If they would thought that touching alcohol, drinking alcohol is a sin, they wouldn't need all these researchers, all these doctors talking about the harmfulness and the all damages alcohol causes to societies. They wouldn't need these. They would say, God says it's sin, I don't touch it. So that's what Muslims do. Muslims don't touch alcohol. And if a few of them they drink, they just drink, because they don't believe. So if they believe in Qur'an says there is a great sin in the alcohol. Yes, there are some uses for people, but the damage it causes is way greater far greater than the use of it. So we don't drink alcohol. We didn't know even alcohol is so harmful, causes cancer. We didn't know. Westerners, American CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they did research and they told us. We didn't know, but we are proud that we didn't drink it. But my father, my great parents, parents, they didn't touch alcohol. I'm so happy they didn't. Why? Because religion is teaching me. Because Islam taught me not to touch alcohol. No gambling. It says no gambling. There is big damage in it. But look at the Western Christian countries. Gambling becomes a daily habit. People lose their house. They lose their children, their family, because of gambling. Governments don't know that? Of course they know. Religious leaders, they don't know. They all know. But they can't say this is forbidden, this is against the will of God, you close it down. They can enforce it. But in Islamic countries, between Islamic families, societies, you cannot gamble. You cannot drink alcohol. Period. Right? So, knowing is good. Knowing what is good, what is bad is good. However, knowledge doesn't motivate you really to pursue your goal. Knowledge doesn't make you good. Knowledge is just the light. You turn on the light. But the brightness of room is not going to push you, grab a book and read. No. It only makes possible to stand up and look for the book you need to read. So knowledge is only a light. You see your path. To move in that path, you need something else. To start moving, you need something else. That's faith. You must believe. First, you have to have that knowledge. Turn on that light. When I entered here, I saw Joseph was standing there in darkness. Maybe he just wanted to have some private moments of thinking, right? I disturbed him, I turned on the light. I entered, I turned on, Joseph, you are here. So then I started, looking around, moving some stuff. Without light, I couldn't do that. So you need knowledge. The knowledge, information, is the first step of planning and building something. This is in Islam, particularly in Shia Islam. In Shia Islam, first you have to have knowledge. Without knowledge, you are blind. No doubt. In Shia school of thought, Islam has two main branches, Sunnis and Shias. Just like Christianity has three main branches, Catholicism, Protestantism, and Orthodox. Three main branches. In Islam, we have two main branches, Sunni Islam, Shia Islam. The very fundamental difference between Sunni and Shia is that Shia starts from knowledge. Shia doesn't start from even Qur'an. Shia doesn't start from feelings, faith, tradition. No. Because Qur'an itself says, think. Qur'an and invites you. You see this word, fikr, يتفكرون تتفكرون أفلا يتفكرون. This all means don't you use your mind, don't use your brain, why you're not thinking. This word thinking repeated more than 500 times throughout Qur'an. You get it? 500 times Qur'an says think. Why you don't think? Look around and think. Use your brain, use your logic. So in Shia Islam, we start from thinking. And then it comes, once you see the light and once you see the truth, have faith. Choose it. When you see the truth, you better choose it. It's good for you. And when you choose it, it becomes your faith. But you are not completed yet. The third character is the love. Then you have to love the truth. Because knowledge only makes your path clear, makes your path lightened. It lightens up your path so you can see where you are walking. The faith motivates you to move on that path. You start moving because you have now faith. However, if you don't love the truth, if you don't love the destiny you are choosing, you might get tired soon and you might change your, no, this is too difficult. I'm going to have just some relax here, doing something, You will give up. So you must love it. Once you love it, you will continue walking in that path to the end. So knowledge, faith, and love. These three are the three fundamentals of Shia school of thought. You must have those three. It's really a very, very long discussion, these three. What is knowledge? What is faith? And what is love? These are big topics. Books and encyclopedias are written about these. So, religion can make you a better person, but knowledge alone cannot. I will try to show you a few images just backing my claims. This is from CDC in the States, the Center for Disease Control. If I a little bit enlarge this, it says all alcoholic drinks, including red and white wine, beer and liquor are linked with cancer. The more you drink, the higher your cancer risk. Then it gives you the list of 6 different kind of cancers. So I don't go through reading those places that people get usually cancer out of that. And I watched a video of an American scientist, a lady, a medical doctor, was saying, if even you drink just one little beer, which has very low percentage of alcohol in it, right? Even one drink of beer most likely will cause breast cancer. She was saying in her video. That's like many years ago. And by the way, the cancer rate in Middle Eastern countries are significantly low. Some people said because they are fasting 1 month of Ramadan, the fasting month. Every month, every year, 1 month, Muslims are fasting from sunrise to sunset, from dawn to sunset. So when they are fasting, the body, when the cells get hungry, they destroy cancer cells. They actually eat those damaged cells, the cancer, the teratogenic cells. Some people say because of that, because they're fasting, they don't get cancer. But that's only one reason. The second reason is we don't drink alcohol. right? It's very, very related to what the scientists are saying. Alcohol causes cancer. Very low rate of cancer in Middle Eastern countries. So religion helps. So we need religion even in today's life. It doesn't hurt you when it says eat healthy, make sure that that meat doesn't have blood in it, don't eat dead animal, don't eat that certain animals. God doesn't need you. God doesn't need you become alert. Oh, you don't drink alcohol, you're going to hurt me. You are not going to hurt God, no. You cannot do anything to God, right? It's only for you. Just like mother teaching child, my son, don't eat too much chocolate, don't eat too much sugar, candies, right? Don't drink too much of that, don't eat too much of this. It's for child's benefit, not for mother, because mother loves the child. God loves human being. We are the best of His creation. In the Qur'an says, we created everything for you. And I created you for myself. Right? God says, I created everything for you, mankind. And I created you for myself. You see, when you ask farmers, we have one grew up in farm, right? Our guest. Farmers do their best to grow their plants. For whom? For their consumers, customers, because they want to have the best product, right? However, some of them have a separate garden. Put a special fence around it. They care about that little area. And you ask them, what is this? Why it's so different from others? Say, this is for myself. This is for my family. That's 100% organic, says farmer. This is 100% organic. But why you don't make everything organic? Because people can afford, say, we sell it to supermarkets. They can afford organic. We can't sell it. So we make this little area for our own family. We eat organic. We have hens, we have sheep, they're running around. We milk them for ourselves. We eat their egg for ourselves. So God made us for Himself. We are the best of His creation. You get the message. We are the best of His creation. So when He says, don't eat this, don't touch that, don't lie, don't cheat, don't kill, live with honesty, listen to my regulations, my laws, it's not for Him, it's for us. I know the question comes, how do you know this message is from God? But that's another topic. First you have to make sure, okay, this book, Qur'an, is from God. First you have to prove it, it's from God. That's another topic. But once it's shown that this is from God, if it's proven to you, it means the room is lighten up. The lights are on. You realize that this word is from God, then you have to follow it. Inshallah, we can have more meetings in the future to prove if the Quran is the word of God or not. And same thing with Bible, with Torah, with Gospels. So, as I said, some areas they drink 14 liters of liquor, alcohol, annually, average.
I can tell you a much higher rate.
I know, as I said, this is average.
I worked it out while I was listening to you.
Yeah.
A family member.
Yes.
Died of 50, terrible cancer.
Mm.
That person drank 197.6 liters per year.
How many? 90?
197 liters per year.
You see?
132 fluid ounces per week times the exchange rate.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, sometimes they don't drink even water. They just drink alcohol. Where did it start from? It didn't start from a bottle of wine a day. It started from just drink, a little swallow. Started from there. Right? So, but Quran says, our holy book says, do not drink it Period. Now, if I tell you what narrations, what hadith means the sayings of prophets and imams. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that drinking alcohol is the greatest sin you can ever commit. Someone asked Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali, as I said, the cousin of Prophet and the son-in-law of Prophet. In Shia school of thought, Imam Ali was the successor of Prophet. Someone asked Imam Ali, is adultery greater sin or drinking alcohol? Which one is greater sin? Imam Ali said, drinking alcohol is greater than adultery. I said, why? Because when you are drunk, you can commit any sin. You don't have control on yourself. So, in our hadith books, in our Prophet's narrations, it's said that drinking alcohol is a gate to all kind of crimes and sins. People who drink alcohol, they will never taste the heaven. They will never see the heaven unless they repent before they die. Unless they repent from their heart. They really repent. Otherwise, they will never see paradise, heaven. This is a strong statement. 114 times in the Qur'an, God says, I am the most merciful. I am the most gracious, God says. The first verse, what is the first verse of Qur'an, Joseph? Here we go. The very beginning of the Qur'an says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. 114 chapters we have in the Qur'an. 114 chapters. 113 of them starts with this statement. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate, forgiving God. One of them doesn't start with this statement. However, inside the chapter it says same statement. So, same God says, if you touch alcohol, you drink alcohol, you're going to be in trouble. Next life. This life, of course, it's obvious. Our scientists are saying we are in trouble. Look at there. Now the countries with darker paint, with darker color in this map means higher the consumption of alcohol. The lighter color means less consumption. The lighter colors such as Iran here, and Syria, Iraq here, Turkey, Saudi, Yemen, you come to Africa and Egypt, some Libya, other countries, India, Pakistan, they don't drink much alcohol. Population of Muslims. Wherever there are more Muslims, less alcohol consumption. Why? Because they know alcohol is harmful? No, they don't know that. You ask my father, why you don't drink alcohol? He said, don't even mention the name. He said, don't even mention the name. That's a silly question you're asking, he will say. Right? He doesn't know even alcohol is harmful. Because religion made him a good man. The religion, the faith, and the love of the truth made him good man, not the science. But the country like States, America, they told us 6 different of disease, the cancer come from alcohol. Look at how much they consume, 10 liters. Average 10 liters, okay? It doesn't mean everybody, no, average. It means there are people maybe, as Joseph said, more than 100 liters a year they drink. And I tell you, most of the medical doctors, they drink wine. Most of them, they drink wine in the States. Yet they know it's harmful. They are sure it's harmful. They drink. Why? Because knowledge alone cannot make you a good man. Right? Einstein said E equals mc square. And people made the atomic bomb out of it. That's knowledge. They gave the knowledge. But to whom? To people who don't have faith. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in the day of judgment. They don't believe in anything. They are only power mongers, war mongers, bloodthirsty people, scientists. They made atomic bomb. You know, they tested atomic bomb in the war with Japan. They really didn't mean to use it. They wanted to test it. Actual test. They knew the emperor, Japanese emperor, wanted peace. A week before they dropped the bomb, the emperor sent a message to Americans. 2 weeks before. Let's sit down and talk. We agree. We accept peace. They rushed to deliver this bomb to Japan before they, sit down and negotiate. They rushed to bring this bomb and they dropped it because later on they said, we want to test it in actual scene. These are merciless scientists, merciless people. Yes, brother, you were...
So my question, today we know drugs are bad. Or opium or morphine or heroin. So why God didn't tell us about that?
Well, when it says, you see, in the Qur'an, the phrase it's used called muskarat, right? Muskir. Okay, muskir, meaning of muskir doesn't mean wine or alcohol. That time they translated to wine because that was the more commonly used product to get out of your mind. Opium, right? That was the most commonly used by people who they wanted to disconnect from the reality. However, later on, you can see people using other things, morphine, heroin, and so forth. It's same thing. It cuts you from reality. That's called muskir. Muskir doesn't mean exactly wine or alcohol. It's only commonly translation. Okay? But however, this concept that if you hurt yourself, it's a sin. If you know opiums hurt you, drugs hurt you, smoking hurts you, if you know that, then you're committing sin. It's a common rule. It's a base rule. You can't hurt anyone, including yourself. Right? Qur'an even doesn't say how to pray. Qur'an doesn't say how to pray in the morning, how to pray in the noon or afternoon. It's the Prophet says. And after Prophet, Imams told you, this is wrong, that's right. Qur'an doesn't tell you every detail of your life. It just gives you the framework. It gives you the complete image. Inside, the interpreters and explainers of this image are the Prophet and Imams. Okay? So don't look for every single answer of the modern life in the Quran with details. But the concept is there. You cannot hurt yourself because you are given to your soul as gift. Your body is a gift from God to your soul. Take care of it. You're not allowed to cut your finger in Japan. The mafia of Japan, they entered the group just by cutting one or two of their fingers. You can't do that. It's a gift.
I don't see any fatwa. There are so many centuries. I don't see any fatwa from this Ayatollah.
No, there is.
And some of them even smoked opium themselves. Yeah?
Well, this shaitan himself was the biggest worshipper of God. He disobeyed God. So just because they are a scholar doesn't mean they are the pious people, good people. No, there are fatwas that using opium without doctor's prescription, without medical reason, using opium is haram, is forbidden. There are, yes.
Even this, in Muharram, we heat our body with the shame. That's also bad for between the, what do you call it, the life on
There is a dividing, point in that. Different Scholars have different opinions. However, I am with the opinion who says hurting yourself is haram, forbidden. I would look, mourning, when you're mourning for your beloved person who died, who passed away. You know, the person who is mourning, you can't expect of him of logic too much. He's not going to eat healthy. He's not going to sleep healthy. He might even pull his hair. He might even, pull his cheek, and he might even hurt himself. Out of reason he is. That's called mourning. Mourning. Azadari. It's not going to be forever. Just be patient with him. He's mourning. He lost his beloved person. He's not sleeping enough. He's not eating enough. He's sad. In Philippines, for instance, you're Catholic, right? Most extremists, when I say extremists, it doesn't mean they're terrorists. No, they're in their faith, in their belief, they're extremists. To remember the crucifixion story of Jesus, they crucify themselves. Just search it in YouTube. There are videos, people, they go on the cross. They actually nail their feet and their hands to the cross. Stay there for a few hours and they bring him down. Some people do every year. Every year they speak, they interview with those people, they want it. Okay? He's hurting himself, definitely. He's hurting himself. And if Jesus was there, he would never let him do that. He would never let him do that. If Imam Hussein, who was martyred, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, he was martyred with his old companions in the day of Ashura, if he was with the mourning people, with people who beating themselves or cutting their head, if Imam Hussein come there and see them like that, he would never allow them to do that.
Well, with the same token, we can tell, okay, Ashura afternoon, you can have a glass of wine too, because you're harming yourself.
No, it doesn't matter. You have a glass of wine, you are hurting your body and your soul, plus you're going to lose your mind, you will hurt other people too. You will ride your car, speed it, and kill someone. You will end up a cancer, and your family will suffer because you drank wine. Maybe beating up yourself is better than drinking alcohol, because you are hurting yourself for your own reason. But when you're drinking alcohol, you're going to make a mess in the society. Okay? So I think, and you're going to use my tax. You're going to end up hospitals. And I have to pay more tax to cover your medicines. So you better go just maybe do suicide. It's probably better. So I would say drinking alcohol is the greatest sin, as Imam Ali said. The greatest sin is the drinking alcohol. You deny God. You say, I don't believe in God. Okay. You're not hurting anyone. It's your business between you and God. But when you're drinking alcohol, it's no more your business. It's my business too. Because if you get cancer, I have to pay your medicine. I can talk your own way of thinking. People who are, money mongers, they think about the money and the world. I can tell you, you go buy that wine from shop, it's my business. Because you're going to get cancer, according to the report from CDC, very well-known Center for Disease Control. You're going to get cancer, and I have to pay your money, your medicine. If you don't get cancer, government will use that money for my school. My kids will have better education. They will use for older ages. They won't cut from pension. They won't cut from retirement. They won't cut from social welfare assistance. They will pay more for homeless and jobless people. But you are drinking alcohol for your joy. You are ending up in hospitals, in chemotherapy and surgery. You are taking my children's future for your own joy. Okay? I can go even harder. However, we want to be reasonable. We want to be loving. We want to tell you this is the truth. You are killing yourself. You are hurting yourself. and you're hurting your family, you are hurting your neighbors, you're hurting your society, you're hurting the entire world. However, it's not you only doing that. The policymakers also do that. The public health organizations also do that. Universities. You know these results, you did these researches, the governments funded you, you got millions of dollars from taxpayers, you found out that this is wrong. Drinking is wrong, gambling is wrong. Okay? However, the liquor shops are open 24/7. They're open 24/7. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all, my brother. From one side, you're spending millions of dollars to find out if the alcohol is harmful. Once you found it is harmful, it's really harmful, 100% it's harmful, no doubt. Next day, you see the liquor shops are still open. You're only putting sign, don't drink and drive. That's all. Don't drink and drive. Why not don't drink at all? Because drinking is harmful no matter you drive or not. By the way, person who is drunk, you think he's going to read that sign? No, he will not read it. That's only for me who I don't drink and I don't need that sign. So they are putting a useless sign in the highways. A useless sign, totally useless. Because people who don't drink, they don't need that sign. And people who drink, they never look at that sign. Again, you're using my tax for a silly sign. Right? So whole story starts from one word. It's forbidden, it's haram. In Islam we say drinking is forbidden, don't touch it, don't drink it. Finish. So let's go to another modern social problem, world problem. This was alcohol. By the way, I am putting the whole big, thick book in a few minutes of word, okay? You don't expect me to go to all details of alcohol. What it does to your brain nerve cells. Every time you drink, hundreds, if not thousands of brain cells die. And excuse me, the brain cells never recover. You never can recover the nerves. When they die, that's it. They dead. Liver problem. These are physical aspects of alcohol, mental aspect, spiritual aspects. It's too much even to talk about. Let's go to another issue. I passed this. Do we need religion? Let me show you this also. This is the alcohol attributable fraction of mortality in year 2006. The darker color countries are the countries they consume alcohol the most. Look at the Russia. You see the Russia? It's almost like dark red. It means 30% of this related to alcohol in Russia. 30%. From every 10 people die in Russia, 3 of them are because of alcohol. That's unbelievable. But look at those Muslim countries, Middle Eastern countries, like Iran, Turkey, Syria, Saudi, Egypt, and so forth.
That is darker, is Oman, is a little bit darker. It's south of Iran, north of Yemen, yeah.
Here you mean?
Is that Oman? Oh, it's UAE, right? Ras Al Khaimah.
I think this is, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Now, there is more consumption alcohol there because there are lots of overseas businesses there. It's a country which business people are the major, not population, but there are really lots there.
Multinational.
Yeah, multinational, they have businesses there, okay? It's because of that. So, Middle East, Muslim countries, the death rate related to alcohol is less than 2% compared with the 30%. Less than 2%, more than 20%. That's 10 times more. 10 times more. So do we need religion? Well, you pick. It saves your lives.
But
It
what
saves
do
troubles.
people, how old is the oldest person where you come from? And what do they usually die of? Old age?
Oh no, this is in general. Let's say 10 people die in Russia. 10 people die in Russia. They look at the reason why he died. They say, oh, this is related to alcohol.
But what about in your country?
In my
They
country-
don't have drink, so what do they actually die of?
Yes. In my country, from 100 people, deaths, less than 2 of them are related to alcohol. The rest is normal deaths, other disease, or other accidents, or whatever.
So it's mostly accidents.
No, it doesn't say mostly what. This research was only done on alcohol.
Oh, I see.
They said, okay, 100 deaths in Saudi or in Iran, in Turkey. Only less than 2 of them are related to alcohol. The 98 of them are unrelated to alcohol. Then they examine England, for example. They say, oh, from 100 deaths in England, I think 15 or 14 of them are related to alcohol. It means if they didn't use alcohol, they would have 14% less mortality rate. Well, it means that. So 14% less mortality in England they would have. If they would follow Islam, they would have longer life expectations. That means they would have less hospitals, less expenses for treatment, and so forth, because there will be more cancer. When they drink alcohol, there are more cancers, more liver diseases. They would have more accidents, more fights, more court filled with couples divorcing because of alcohol, more orphans, more children with mistreatment by parents because of alcohol, right? Now, as I said, this is a big topic, alcohol and social problems. That's a big topic. But this research is only on how alcohol changes the rate of mortality. It's only about that. So I want to really turn the page over and go to different thing. The Qur'an verses says, don't drink. That's a big sin in the alcohol. Big sin. 1400 years we didn't know. What is this big sin? We didn't know. Americans, thanks for them. They told us 6 different kinds of cancers. That's only one issue. Social issue, psychological issues, you name it. You cannot love when you're drunk. To be honest with you, people who are drunk, they're not even animal. They are not even animal. They don't have senses at all. Because when they wake up, they don't know what they did last night. They don't even have the joy. They don't even remember what they said. So why not enjoy your life and make it memorable for the rest of your life? You know, one lovely word between you and whoever, your friend, your partner, your child, your neighbor, one lovely word can last lifetime. You can make it when you're drunk. Come on. Alcohol cuts you from real life. And you want to solve your problem by alcohol? No way. You cannot. You will make more trouble. So find why you are drinking alcohol. You have stress, you have depression, you have problems. You cannot solve it with alcohol. This is wrong. And I am surprised why governments are not saying this in daylight. Why they are not talking to people? Why they are not closing down those factories? I don't know.
Tax money.
Again, because they don't follow the religions. Contrary to that, they are telling religion means retardation. Retardation. People who are retarded, they go religion. People who are afraid, they go God. People who are scared facing reality, they go religion. No, that's not true. We vaccinate ourselves by religion. If you are not scared of disease, why you go vaccination then? Yes, I'm scared of having trouble. I'm scared of facing troubles. I'm scared of making troubles. And I go, my God, I go my religion. I come out with peace, with safe. I am a peaceful man. I feel safe. I'm more stable personality. When I say me, I don't mean me personally. I mean people who believe in God and they follow religions, they are peaceful. They are more stable. They lose their job, they don't lose themselves. They are hungry, they don't lose themselves. They lose their beloved people, they don't lose themselves. Their personality is stable, they're peaceful, they don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't harm others. But you, who don't believe in next life, who don't believe in God, who has no religious values, you face the slightest problem in your life, you're going to be worse than an animal. The first people who are going to hurt you is yourself. You're going to hurt yourself, your wife, your children, your neighbors. You become crazy. We need religion. At least for our own life here. Forget about next life. In this life, religion helps you have a better life, happy life. In difficult times, religion helps you the most. That's what you need. English say, the friend in need is the friend indeed, right? The friend in need is the friend indeed. When you are troubled, you need a good friend. You need good grab. And religion is there when you're in trouble. If you're a religious person, you have a good friend. You can rely on it. Now, women. Women and religion. Let's talk about this.